Okay. Midnight. Okay. Midnight Charlie Man. I think that's a nice camera angle. A couple of things, a few things. This tripod, I tell you what. I keep saying recharger. No. Okay. The newer tripod and the newer light. The battery. The battery. And I keep calling it recharger. No. When it goes low, I take the battery upstairs and I put it into the recharger. I've had it there for the last 4 hours. And now it's pounding me in the face, which is what it's supposed to do, and working particularly well. And I have to be very and also I'm just coming downstairs now. I'm just actually I've been upstairs the last 90 minutes, the last 2 hours, writing out this list. This is all the files. This list is all the files, all the video files that I have filmed over the last 5 weeks, and I've just written them down. I wrote down the number from there's a code that comes out through that camera. Then I write down a couple of brief words what the video is about. Interview roundup. And I did it a week or so ago. I did it about 2 weeks ago. Interview roundup, so I don't want anything flying over to next year. One of the most frustrating things, however, is I said I'm going to come downstairs. I pick up the camera, I erase the last. I usually go back a few videos and start erasing videos, so everything doesn't get clogged up. So I go memory, and then it can be incredibly frustrating when I realise 2 bars of memory, because sometimes I've got the camera sitting next to me, but the recharger cord is not in. So I stood there impatiently for 4 minutes upstairs, waiting for that to get a bit of charge on it. So that's enough. That's enough charge. Okay, now I filmed a potential intro. I've been working on the archives. I've been putting them through Shortcut. I have had fun with them. Yes, I've had fun with them. The archives from Glebe and also the archives from I've looked through a few of the videos from Joshua Street. They're quite interesting. I had fun doing them, and I filmed an introduction video without the newer light, without that, because there was no charge on the battery. So I only filmed with this light here. It came out way too dark. And so I thought I'd just do it again. And what I was conveying was that at the time, at Glebe, I filmed it all, and I greatly enjoyed what I did. I was improvising in front of the camera, I was finding my footing, and I was having a lot of fun doing those videos, but for some reason I wasn't putting them up straight away. All I would have had to do was put them in Shortcut, spend about 5 minutes editing and throwing it up. I didn't do things. I was being a bit more complicated about things at the time, being a bit more complicated, and because putting everything together was a big thing, which didn't work out. So, and then a few months rolls by, a year rolls by, and I'm like, I've got all this archive footage. It's weird because I just said that, but the lighting was incredibly dark, and there was no atmosphere. And so I thought, I'm just going to record it again. So, what was I saying? I had a lot of, yes, oh, that's right. So a year and a half now, well, it was 2019, it was August. The footage that I'm looking through at the moment is August 2019 and September 2019. And then Joshua Street, late 2019. And all that archive footage, I thought, oh great, fantastic, I've got all this footage, it's wonderful. Yeah, but 2 years down the track, and it's like, well, I realised I should have put that up at the time. So I'm wading through it all. In fact, over the last 48 hours, I've been putting it through a Shortcut, and I would prefer to completely not edit any of it. I would prefer to leave it all alone. Though, what happens when I'm doing spoken word poetry? You can't hear the Currawongs out there. I filmed the Currawongs today. I filmed them, but I had a bit of grey sky when I was doing it, and I filmed it just now. Just came because the nest is just outside of here. It's got a big tree, which I'm uncertain the name of it. We have a big tree outside, and I said I've got all this archive footage, all this stuff, and when I'm doing the spoken word, when I'm doing a bit of poetry, when I'm doing a spoken word, The thing is, I'll talk for 6 or 8 minutes or 10 minutes. I'll just go for it, and I'll just express, and then hopefully get something out of that, like about anything really. And I go upstairs and I watch it back and think, have I got something here? And then usually have to mould that, because there are things in there which I'm like, hey, that sounds a bit weird. That's not understandable. I don't think my perception of it is that it's not understandable, and is an audience going to understand? And I do take these factors into account. I do consider these things. And what I've been doing the last 48 hours with Shotcut, I've been putting all the Glebe footage, all the August and all the September Glebe footage through, and I've actually started to have fun with it, because at first it was a very daunting task. It was a bit exhausting, and I wasn't having fun with it when I started off. It's like, you can say old photos, which I said before, but I love looking at old photographs. I love looking at old photographs. Oh, I remember that time. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, 10 years ago, I remember that. And sometimes there's a bit of sadness with that, and you get a lot of nostalgia. And it's like, oh yes, I remember the old footage. I'm enjoying it now. I'm actually enjoying it, because I've done a little bit of editing in Shotcut. I put it through there, done a little bit of editing. I'm actually enjoying the process. It's good. It's because I'm getting them done, and going to put them up. This might be the intro. And I was where I was at the time. I was really enjoying the journey. I was enjoying the process. I just didn't put them up, and I probably should have put them up. Now, it's not so great to be backlogged, because I want to put all this, as much of it as I think is salvageable, usable. Yeah, and some of it's a little bit embarrassing and vulnerable from some of it, but I had a good time doing it. I was giving it a go, and yeah. So, where should I refer to my note? I think I said a couple of other things. It's weird because I've already done this. I did this the other day. I'm just going to pop these on. Let's just, are we still recording? Got enough battery? We're not going to check this time. Where am I at? Let me check my list. This is my key points. I should probably write more key points. I write 3 key points, and then have to decipher my handwriting. This for the Glebe footage. Yeah, the Glebe footage, and also the Joshua Street footage. 10 Joshua Street actually, and I had I really enjoyed starting my channel at the Joshua Street house. I was a bit nervous, but I had fun. I did it. Should I put them? I'm not certain as to why I didn't upload them straight away. I sort of stacked them up. I just sort of didn't put them up, and it would have been better if I had just uploaded them to my channel straight away. But I didn't. It's okay. I'm probably going to have to. Oh, the battery's lowish. 1 bar. Attempting to convey everything that I conveyed in the videos, the video I made 2 days ago, and I was just like, I should have stopped there and there, because I should know that without that I can't get very far. And I do have it on low lighting sometimes, but with this, so look, if I want something really moody, okay, if I want something really moody, I'll do this, and I'll be very moody. And it's always actually filming in the morning. I got the voice for it in the morning. Filming in the late afternoon, not so much. Depending, just depends. But see, this is a wonderful light, and without it is this. Without it, that's just relying on this, completely on this. Now this, newer, and there. That's on 99. That will knock anyone's head off. I've actually got 2 of those. I've got another one of these stands, but I don't have another light. But I was considering getting another light, maybe. yeah, I might have to come down here a bit later if I feel like haven't mentioned anything. I'm looking forward to putting all that footage up and the Joshua Street footage. Just want to get up to date with everything, up to date. I don't want things sitting in the archives. And maybe a few opinions that I expressed. We change our opinions as time goes by, and just a matter of moulding them. I had a great deal of enjoyment out of everything that I filmed. I was going to speak about Sega. Oh, let me just do that separately. But so this is the introduction. So this is the introduction to the Glebe stuff. Oh, it's going to be in the next video. So it doesn't follow this. This is just a separate video. But the next video I put up is it's going to be a playlist, the archives, and so the next video I put up is the archives, which will be that way. Yes, that way. Yeah, because that's how that way. But yes. So this is an introduction to the archives. It's the Glebe when we were house sitting at Glebe, when we were house sitting at Glebe. And when I say the big bulb, I'm not putting that footage in because the big bulb's too distracting. Of the rascal in you, with the drawing, we stay awake in a quiet doom closing on the mantle of the day and the void women in red as I perch atop the glow of the dirty morning. Glazed, we trip over the sensitive fragment man and enter the colourful room. The drapes are drawn shut, and the fumes speak loudly in their welcoming gesture of finesse. But one with the two other ones, it's okay. I mean, putting it up because I listened to it back. I was actually listening to it back rather than watching it, and I can just see if everything's like listening to it back is just like, okay, what's going on? Is there a story? Is there anything here? Is it entertaining? And so I can tell that way. But yes, this is the footage. Okay, and it's very good to be putting it up. Very good.